The impulse to dream has been beaten out of me through the experiences of life. Most people don't have dreams because life has beaten the living hell out of them. He said the impulse, just thinking about dreaming, has been canceled out because of the experiences that he had gone through. And so, and many of us are like that. And many of us are victims of distractions. There's so many distractions out here and all type of strategies that keep you distracted, algorithms, all kinds of stuff. One of the things I'm doing is I had to put myself on a fast. I said, no. I'm not going to look at this phone. No, I'm not going to look. No, I'm not going to look at this phone. No. Most people look at their telephones. Studies show over 400 times a day. You ask some kids, if you had a choice between your parents and your telephone, you had to get rid of one, which would you want to get rid of? My parents. Oh my God. This telephone, it's an addiction. I have a friend, and Mike Sims, he stopped looking at television for a year, and he became a millionaire. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just focus on reading and meditating and journaling and exercise and praying and being focused on my dream and working with people that fit in this category, that they are positive, they are purposeful. That means they have a purpose and they're going in the direction that I'm going. They are productive. They're working on their stuff and they're profitable. They're making some stuff happen. There's some time, these blessings that God has granted us, we are to make something happen. We've got to create something that shows that this era is the most profitable, most productive, and purpose-driven era in our history because of how we've been blessed, because what God has bestowed upon us. We got a fresh start. And when you have a fresh start, you want to take advantage of that, doing the right thing, being excited about it. I remember Dr. Otis Moss, who was a classmate of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said, blind celebration and empty sentimentality will not keep the dream alive. What is your dream? I remember Dr. Johnny Coleman out of Chicago, and she asked, what is your dream? It said, when is it a man or woman dies? And the answer was, when their dreams die. Some people never had a dream. They think in terms of getting a job. Well, that's not an option now. This is an entrepreneur's era. You have to create your own job. And you got it like that, whether you recognize that or not. New industries are in you. You were born with greatness in you and dreams in you. The ability in you to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. How do you know these things? Because you've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. I got something to back me up with that. Is that right? Yes, the word of God. He doesn't lie. You got it like that. Yeah. That's something. Yeah. I've got to decide to get excited about that. Somebody called me, are you watching the playoff? Watching somebody live their dreams? No, I ain't no playoff what? Excuse me? Are you serious? This is our time. This is your time. I want you to take the time and think about that and reflect on your life. And say, You have positioned us to do that. Oh, yes, you have. Yes. Thank you for this fresh start. Thank you for the courage to answer the call, the courage to be mindful that you're ordering our steps, the courage to call forth those things that be not as though they were, the courage to stand, the courage to have the faith and to know all is well. We give thanks. We give thanks. And so it is.
How do you begin to make this a new year for yourself? And you know that can't happen unless there is a new you. And so over the next few days, I talked about a 7-day mental diet. The 7 days that you don't say anything negative, 7 days you don't think anything negative, 7 days that you look at your negative behavior and you catch yourself, you're mindful, you're vigilant, and you have to say, cancel that thought, cancel those words that I just spoke, that this is a time where you have to be vigilant to build a new you. And so we're talking about, this is it, just 7 days now, this is the next day. So it's something else to do that. A 7-day mental diet. A 7-day mental diet is not easy. It is not easy. And you'll see, because you'll find yourself, see, we can't control the thoughts that come in our minds, but we can control the thoughts that we dwell on. And so I want to talk to you about how to begin to create the major shift in your life and who you have to be and what you have to do. And so in doing that, I when I start moving, hey, oh, how you doing, Dallas? Yeah, the light was in my eyes, I couldn't see you. Yeah. So as you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams, what's going to be major right now is bringing about what are the steps you need to take? What is it that you need to do to bring about building a new life? I thought about building a new life for myself when I was fired from radio, because that's what I knew. I mastered that when I did it. I'm not saying it because I'm being braggadocious, but people who heard me in Columbus, Ohio, during the time that I was on the air, they'll tell you, Mamie Brown's baby boy, he's a bad brother up in there. Nobody did it like I did it before me or since me. Nobody, period. All right. It's not true because I said it, but I said it because it's true. And so what we have to begin to embrace and to know is something that Socrates said. He said, the secret to change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but building the new you. But all your energy, not fighting the old, but building the new you. So let's look at building the new you look like. What is it that you have to do in order to do that? Number one, self-awareness. Taking time to rethink your life. I've been up since around 3:30 this morning, just thinking about my life and my relationship with myself and the choices that I want and the things that I had envisioned that I would have accomplished in 2020, and I did not do that. And it was because of me. See, at the end of the day, all of us are the same. The only thing that separates us are the choices we make, the habits that we embrace. And I realized, and I want you to write this down, sacrifice. You've got to sacrifice who you've been in 2020. You got to sacrifice whoever that person was. You got to let it go. You got to sacrifice that and put all of your time and energy on building the new you. And building the new you, in my particular case, is more discipline. in my particular case, in monitoring myself and my progress, staying on top of it, watching, am I doing well? Am I moving and in the direction where I want to move? Because if I do that, cancer would be history in my life. History. I'm not comfortable with having cancer on the ropes for 29 years, 4th stage cancer. No. My goal is to knock it out. And that's on me. Cancer's not playing, I'm not playing. And so to focus my mind on that, to give up the things that will distract me from doing that, to make the sacrifice of some things that I enjoy doing, but I can't afford to do it because it's soaking up time, and time is life. Time is life. You have something special. You have greatness in you. And you have the ability to create and design the kind of life that you want. And in this place where we are right now, things have changed dramatically. And so you have to make a dramatic change in yourself in order to accomplish the things that you want. What does that look like? What is it you have to do? In my case, mine and my battle has been with cancer, 4th stage. That looks like intensifying my efforts and monitoring everything that I eat. It has to be organic. My state of mind, keeping stress to a minimum. I don't play that. Anything that's unhealthy, anybody that's unhealthy for me, I cut off the relationship. I don't ask them, why did you do that? I cut it off. Why? It's my life. See, we got enough to deal with. When you got the coronavirus that has now mutated into another lethal form and easier to spread, that kind of tension and stress by itself is enough. So you're not given the luxury of accommodating toxic, negative people in your life if you want to live. I want to live. I remember years ago, I read this book called Who's the Matter with Me? You've had people say, you make me sick. That's real. There are people who can do that to you if you allow them to do that. And you have to put your foot down and say, I don't do drama. Don't come up here with that. I don't do drama. And you don't have to defend that. See, there is no duplicate for life. You only get one. And so you want to live it to the fullest. You want to have special moments. You want to have peace of mind. 47% of Americans can't get a good night's sleep. And I've been one of them. Bobby, you have to work at it. Here's something else. Make a conscious effort to look at and recruit people in your life that you know that have been good to you, that you need to deepen that relationship, that they bring out the best in you, they inspire you, they make you feel good about yourself, y'all have fun together. You want to reach out to those people and schedule some time to see each other virtually each week, where you have individual and collective goals that you're working on. I'm doing that with my family and with my clients. I'm working with them. And that's why I would like to say to those of you that would like for me to coach you and like to be in a community of greatness, I want you to put hungry in the comments section. If you like to work with me, if you'd like for me to be your coach and this first 90 days, teach you some of the things I've learned. I'm 75, and so I've learned some things. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Let me share something with you. When you upgrade your relationships, when you make it a point to consciously get toxic, negative, energy draining people who have a propensity for creating drama out of your life. Sometimes you don't even realize how toxic some relationships are until you get out from under them. And I'm sure you've had the experience when somebody who created a whole lot of problems for you and something happened, and when it ended, you say, whoa, I had no idea. A friend of mine, her husband died. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And she said, oh, no, don't be. What? No, I'm glad he gone, honey. I'm glad he gone. No. Don't be sad for me. Don't be sad for my loss. Oh, that was real good. God, well, look at God. He answered prayers. I was shocked. And another friend, I saw the play, and she had gone through a divorce. I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She said, don't be. No. I have peace of mind, honey. It's better to be alone than to wish you were. I've heard you say that, and that's real. That relationship was turning my hair gray. I gained an extra 65 pounds. No, I'm good. I'm fine all by myself. I mean, this thing called life, Corona, she has everybody rethinking stuff up in here. Rethinking. People looking at each other and saying, I don't know if I want to do this for another 20 years. You looking too healthy. Yeah. I thought I could hang in there, but no. He taking too many vitamins and things. Look like he want to live. No. Here's the other thing. Do something that's you. When I look at my life, and I really want you to look at this and think about this when I'm through. Do something that the future you will say, thank you for making that decision. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking your life in a new direction. That's what you want your future self to say. Because in my case, I decided I was going to do something I love. My calling is to speak. My calling is to train speakers. My calling is to change lives. I decided consciously I was going to find a way to do it. One, I invested in myself. This will not be a new year unless you learn something this year that will have a dramatic impact on your life that you did not know last year, that will allow you to take care of yourself, that allow you to control your own personal economy, that allow you to call your own shots, that allow you to have peace of mind. Most people, they're through with the celebration. They forgot what their New Year's resolutions were. No. You listen to me for 90 days, mental resolve is major now. People having meltdowns, snappy, blinking out. Mental resolve is major now. It's a series that I've done on how you can choose the future that you want rather than the future that's already set in place and that's delivered to you and you just step into. You don't want to do that. No, you're only given one life. You want to create. We're created by the Creator to create. And sometimes we just go to sleep at the wheel of life. You don't want to do that. You want to wake up. And every move you make, you want to make it meaningful. Every move you make, you want to mean something. Everything you do, you want some payoff out of it. You went through too much in 2020 not to make 2021 the best year on the planet. You went through too much to get here. Let me tell you. I mean, that Corona She ain't playing, but we're not playing either. In order to create the life you want, it requires sacrifice. It requires discipline. It requires expanding the time that you spend with yourself, looking at yourself and asking yourself the question, is this the life that I want to live? Is this me? Is this relationship me? Where I'm living, is this environment me? The job that I'm doing to provide for myself or my family, is that me? Do I have some other options? Absolutely. Then do that which is you. Don't be a member of the woulda, shoulda, coulda club. No, or I would if. I should if. Come on. No, that doesn't work. No. Only put off for tomorrow the things that you're okay with dying in you today. You have something special. And you are here. We are here because of God's grace and mercy. We are here to do the greater work. And feel good about that. Feel good if you're still reeling from 2020. I know I'm still reeling from it. I'm saying, whew, it couldn't end fast enough for me. I'm telling you. And so this time, as you look behind and thank God that you made it, look around and praise God. See the new opportunities, doors open that you did not see. And look within. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Go within and seek God and look ahead. Follow God. Let him order your steps, because this is your time. You've gone through too much hell for 2021 not to be your time. Get it done in 21. You got to come at it with a vengeance. Take no prisoners and eat the wounded. Get it done in 21. Oh no, Corona, don't try and come up here. I don't care how many cousins you got and how many mutations you got up in here. I'm not no fool. I'm going to keep social distancing. I'm going to do the things that I need to do to live, to be here, and stay away from those crazies, but I'm going to get it done. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do some things that I dreamed about and things I've been putting off, and make it happen. Find a way. People are being creative now, unlike anything we've seen before. Because when you are locked down, you can't move around, you come up with all kind of stuff. I'm just reading where a guy was he was in confinement, in prison, in solitary confinement. And he used that time productively to study math and came up with some masterful mathematical equations, solving problems that people who were not in prison, in solitary confinement, haven't done. The genius, he took that time to think rather than be in despair. He took that time to be productive rather than just sit in solitary confinement and beat his head up against the wall. Yeah, they imprisoned him, but they didn't imprison his mind. You got a mind. Be ye not conformed to this world. Oh yes, don't allow your mind to be the victim of weapons of mass distractions. You got work to do. You're on a mission possible. This is your time. Get excited about it. Sit down. You know what I do in the morning? I said, all things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. Next thing I say, Lord, whatever I face today together, you and I can handle it. Next thing I do, I review the 7 things that I want to get out of the day. 7 things that I want to get out of the day. Most people just want to get through the day. See, if you don't have an agenda for your life, you're going to be a part of somebody else's agenda. Okay? And the next thing that's very, very important
Make a commitment to learn something today that you didn't know yesterday. Make a commitment before you go to bed tonight that there's something new that you have learned. If you develop those habits, let me share something with you. The opportunities of creating joy, love, happiness, and excitement are unlimited. And I want you to write this down. Resilient, purpose-driven mindset. Resilient, purpose-driven mindset. That with all the stuff that's going on, with all of the confusion from the scientific community, from the leadership, from the presidency on down, it has collateral effect. And there are so many people that's confused. You wear the mask, or you don't have to wear the mask. Or if you have the coronavirus, you need to wear the mask so you don't give it to somebody else. And if you have it, you should stay in the house. They got all kind of things. If you make love, you should have the mask on. That is not romantic to me. And you know, I say, wait a minute, y'all coming all up in the bedroom. Okay, baby, put your mask on. Well, how am I gonna kiss you with my mask on? Oh, behave, whatever. But all kind of confusion, you know, all this stuff going on. And you could die from talking to somebody with a mask that's held under their nose. You know why my hair is like it and I'm looking like Kid and play like Kid from House Party? Because my barber, he likes to wear his mask like this. I said, man, put your mask on, all right? I told him. So he does this. Man, hey, hello. Habla español, English? What? Come on, have I told? Put your mask on, cover your mouth. I know your breath kicking like Bruce Lee, but cover the nose too. I mean, about to make me lose my mind over here. So I decided I'm not going through that. I'm not going through that. I'm not coming out the house till 2027. And I work on myself. I got some new squirrel friends. I'm bilingual. I speak squirrely. And I listen to motivational messages first thing in the morning. You want to listen to my voice. Go on YouTube. Find Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. Find Les Brown. It's possible. And I tell the story about the bamboo tree. Find Les Brown getting unstuck. And I talk about Chicken Man. Listen to things. Listen to me. Listen to things that can build your mental resiliency. You want to have a resilient, purpose-driven mindset that will focus your mind on the goals that you want to achieve, on the things that you need to do, to reinvent yourself, to rethink your life, to see whether or not you're on the path to becoming the next greatest version of yourself. And in order to get through this time, I mean, sometimes I when I wake up in the morning, I said, this is still not a dream. This is crazy. People say, I'd like to come by and see you. Is that right? Okay, I'm on the first floor. We can talk through the window. Come on. I mean, just think about this. Every day when I see people with masks on looking outside my window, seeing the squirrels jumping from one tree to the other, they never lose their footing. That's why I learned squirrely. Tyrone, he's leading everybody. He's introducing everybody to me. He's the most motivated squirrel in my neighborhood. Les Brown is about to do his StreamYard or another Zoom. My kids say I've been in the house too long. I've suffered from cabin fever. Whatever. So read 30 to 40 pages of something positive every day. Drill yourself. You say, well, I've listened to it. No. Listen to it until you're manifesting results. Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. So in order to develop that
resilient, purpose-driven mindset, you want to listen to the messages over and over, take notes on things that jumps out for you, and become the embodiment of it, and develop that kind of mindset and how you carry yourself and how you face this thing called life. Faith not tested can't be trusted. So you got to have faith in yourself. But we're being tested right now. If you've never been tested, listen to me. No test, no testimony. Faith not tested can't be trusted. It's easy to have faith when things are going great. When the kids are acting like they have good sense. When you have a job, you have money, you have your health. Whoa, no big deal there. But when life knocks on the door, when you go through some stuff, when you get a bad diagnosis, that's when you have to pull on your faith. That's when you have to be resilient. I've got a saying, and all of you know it. Life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Now, here's the other thing that's very important. As you look at yourself, you want to master at least three things, multiple streams of income. Three things: I speak, I train speakers, and I'm an author. And I got other things I'm expanding, and I'm 75. Well, why are you still doing it? Because you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. I believe that the reason that we look at people over a certain age, and Alzheimer's and dementia becomes active, is because they are inactive. My mother used to say it: if you don't use it, you lose it. It takes longer to wear out than to rust out. So the goal is to be actively engaged in life, raising the bar on yourself. Turn down the amount of time that you spend entertaining yourself, watching the television, as my daughter, Dr. Ona Brown, would say, and do things that will stimulate your thinking. It will keep you young. Just because you're 75, chronologically don't mean that you have to look 75. No. And so I decided, just because I'm 75, you're not going to count me out. I'm still here. I'm going to be engaged in this thing called life, because I have not done my best work yet. You have not done your best work yet. Every day is the best day of your life, as Orrin Hudson would say out of Atlanta, the chess master. Why? Because if you don't believe that, try missing a day. Every day is the best day of your life. Look for ways in which you can begin to master something, learn something today that you did not know yesterday. Expand your horizon, expand your vision of what's possible for you. Continuously be a student. My high school theme was, you never find out how much you know until you find out how little you know. Study. The people that are going to make it today are looking at the various trends. They're going from mindset mastery, learning 3 things that they can master to create non-performance income, and they're studying continuously, learning things that they can get at the end of their fingertips on the internet. There's no excuse today for not being in the mindset of achieving something beyond that which you have already done. Life is an adventure. Helen Keller said life is either a daring adventure or it's boring. And this is an exciting time that you can earn money at the comfort of your home. Think about that. Virtually around the world. I just finished talking to some people in Germany. And then I talked to some people in Toronto, Canada. I'm making money around the world and I'm still home, virtually. Take advantage of this. This is something you want to learn, mindset mastery. And
skill set mastery of the internet. Now, here's something else. You have to, as you look at yourself, look at your goals, look at your dreams, not only is a resilient, purpose-driven mindset important. Here's my message to you that I know when I look at my life, reflecting on my life, 77 years on the planet, and just discovered my birth parents. That life is full of surprises, full of surprises. And you have built-in greatness. You have power, authority, and dominion over anything that life throws at you. Katie, in a book called Lessons in Truth, says the primary cause of man's suffering is forgetfulness. We've forgotten who we are, being in a culture where you're marginalized, where you're depressed, where you are oppressed, where you are denied and demonized and dismissed. All of that affects your mind. And when you put on top of that all the other things that we don't even know about and things that we know about, and then the coronavirus, come on, that just breathing some of the wrong air can get you out of here. There's a different space. That's why I'm not going anywhere. I'm not coming out the house till 2027. So that's why I'm on my back porch here talking to my squirrel friend Tyrone. Oh, by the way, Tyrone, he met a lady named Trina, and she said, put a ring on it. So he's getting married. I'm going to officiate the whole process. You're going to see it. But I just wanted to just say, you have built-in greatness. Don't you underestimate who you are and whose you are because of what's going on. Like God is in the midst of this stuff, and I have to remind myself of that every day, because things happen to you and things happen to people you care about. And so I want you to keep this in mind, that you were born for greatness. You were born for such a time as this. You were chosen. You've been picked out to be picked out and to listen to the still small voice within. And I just got so many great ideas. I've got so many things that I say I'm going to do. And people are coming up with great inventions, great entrepreneurial ideas. And I'm going to be interviewing some of them. In fact, I got my own special pillow I got to tell you about. Look out, Pillow Man. Let me tell you something. I got all kind of things. A motivational dial. Oh, come on, baby. Homie ain't playing. Oh, don't come for me. And let me tell you, laughter's good for you. It's good for your mind. And so I'm getting back into art. I love to draw and playing chess. Oh my goodness, I'm keeping my mind active. What nursing home? Excuse me? I can take care of a nursing home. They ain't gonna be taking care of me. No, I changed my own pants. So y'all be peeping at me. So I got my little gym in the garage. Oh, you see me? Homie gonna be buff. I got 1 pack now, but I got 5 packs that cometh. Yes, I'm gonna be working out. You gonna say, oh, I got some muscles too. Let me show you one of my muscles. Oh, don't tremble. Oh yeah, I got muscles. You know what I'm saying? He has not taken his medication. Tyrone, talk to him. That's my squirrel friend, Tyrone. I'm gonna tell you. I just said to him, don't come over here now, Tyrone. I'm about to have my lunch and I've got to say a prayer. So I just wanted to make you smile, make you feel good. I was just thinking about you, okay? You have something special. You have greatness in you.
how can people navigate the new normal and arrive at a place of greatness, because that's one of your themes, but success and prosperity? How can they do that?
If we just follow the things that you've been teaching for years, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's a very important statement there. Why? I didn't do what I'm doing now for years because I was allowing my thinking, my belief system to govern my behavior. The mind believes as a man thinketh in his heart, but the heart knows. Yes. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth that you know will allow you to accomplish and do things that eye has not seen, ear has not heard, nor has entered the heart of mankind what God has in store for you. Just think about the fact I'm adopted, born in an abandoned building on a floor in Liberty City in Miami, Florida, and labeled educable mentally retarded. And now I earn $70,000 in an hour, where I used to be so broke I walked past a bank and tripped the alarm. Oh, behave, whatever. Yes.
How would you tell entrepreneurs out there, in network marketers in particular, how to stay positive in and amongst this madness?
We have to keep our minds focused. We have to have a program and a ritual that you engage in when you first get up in the morning. When I first get up in the morning, number one, I'm glad I'm here. Okay? That there's not a chalk outline around my body. I've got breath, and I say all things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. And I have an affirmation that I recite as well, is, Lord, whatever I face today, together you and I can handle it. That's number one. Number two, I write down 7 things that I'm grateful for. I just spend time, unplug from life. Don't look at the computer. Don't look at the phone or television. Just thinking about the things that I'm grateful for. And I write down 7 things. 7 is my lucky number. After I do that, I review the 7 things that I want to get out of the day. And those 7 things are things I write the night before. Most people try and just get through the day, but people who are winners, people who have goals and dreams, they have an agenda for their lives, and they prepare that agenda the day before. If you don't have an agenda for your life, you will be a part of somebody else's agenda. The things that I want to accomplish, you're a part of my agenda today, and we were unstoppable in getting together. You've been working on this. I love you. You are hungry to connect with me. and then I listen to motivational messages. I encourage people to watch. There's several videos I have on YouTube. One is called It's Possible. Another one is called You Deserve. And one that you spoke of, Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. By listening to motivational messages before you watch the news or anything else, what happens is that whatever we watch the first 20 minutes when we wake up in the morning, it affects the spirit of your day. And so therefore, we want to set our minds up to serve us. We have a mind. Our mind does not possess us, but most people are controlled by their minds. And so if you don't program your mind will be programmed. And so you have to have an intentional effort to put the things in your mind that you want in there. People say garbage in, garbage out. No, that might work for computers, but that does not work for human beings. Garbage in, garbage stays. And it shows up in your attitude and your behavior and your vision of yourself and how you see yourself and how you perform. And then I set out, and it's an interesting thing, the coronavirus, what I'm saying to people, live your life now, live your dream now. Life is on your side, and to prove it, the fact that you're still alive. There are a lot of people, they're gone, they're out of here. We just lost a very talented actor. He's 43 years old, and that's Chadwick Boseman. 43 years old. I have t-shirts older than 43. Okay. And so this thing now, live your life now. because tomorrow is not promised. Now is all that we have. Death taking people out, young and old, this coronavirus. So to me, I'm encouraging people to keep social distancing from people and from the refrigerator. I'm working on a 6-pack. I only got 5 packs right now. You know what I mean? Well, I have 1 pack covering up 6 packs. So now I'm working on those others.
I'm glad it's not just me then, Les.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah. And because we don't know how much time we have. So work in the now. In the book, You've Got to Be Hungry, that I completed, The Greatness Within to Win, I talk about the H, and the H stands for live a heart-centered life. What's in your heart? And the U stands for urgency. Do it now. I remember being at a table in Las Vegas, and the late great singer Frank Sinatra was there. And he told a young man, he said, live each day as if it were your last, because one day it will be. And so, therefore, I'm encouraging people, as you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams, do what you can with what you have, where you are, and stay focused on that. There are people who are very fearful right now. And here's something I love that Zig Ziglar said. In most fearful situations, the majority of people, they forget everything and run. But there's a small number who face everything and rise. Mm-hmm. And I submit that the people that listen to you, that they face everything and rise, because they are being mindful of the input of information that will allow them to move their lives forward. Life is full of all type of challenges. Viktor Frankl calls it unavoidable suffering. We can't control the thoughts that come in our minds, but we can control the thoughts that we focus on. So when we make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to program our minds positively, to focus on our goals and dreams. Don't look to the right, don't look to the left. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power and of love and of sound mind. You can't be in a sound mind when you are running scared. I was in the house on the 3rd floor by myself, and I sneezed, and I ran down the steps. I said, wait a minute, that's my sneeze. But I still came back up, went in the bathroom, and got some Lysol to start spraying. I was scared out of my wits of my own sneeze. Every time you sneeze, people say, God bless you. Now they look, say, you know what? Can you move over there?
Brilliant. So, you're in a situation now where there's so much content out there with your name, whether it's quotes, sound bites, motivational videos, the books. There's so many amazing books. We're going to talk about one in particular in a minute. There's the YouTube videos, there's the courses, there's the trainings, there's everything. What is it that keeps you going and going and going and going? Because I believe in network marketing in particular, it's something that you start for the money you can make, but you stay for the person you become and the people that you can help become great. And every finish line is really just a new start line. What kind of has kept you going on through the years, even with all this amazing content out there? The legacy that you've got is just, it's just amazing already. I'm gonna be shouting your name for many, 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 many years. And now I've got proof that I'm always talking about him. I've got proof that I'm with him here as well, and I'm so grateful for that. What is it that keeps you going, and what would you tell someone else who's maybe thinking, I want to retire now, I want to quit now, I think my time's up now? What would you say to those people?
I would say to those people, we're still here to do some work. That when we look at what's going on now, our world has been turned upside down by the coronavirus. And tragically, thousands, millions of people are being impacted by this. And so the fact that we're able to open up our eyes. And I used to wonder why my mother would say, "Thank you, Lord, for waking me up in my right mind this morning." Well, now I understand. The fact that we are still here, we can make a difference. I believe that we were born to live a life that will outlive us. And that's major. I was at my desk and my daughter called me one day and she said, "Daddy, are you busy?" And I said, "No." She said, "Whoa, I'm in traffic now and a policeman is in the center of the road and he's holding up traffic. I think there's going to be a funeral procession coming by." And sure enough, she said, "Oh, it is." And then she said, "Wow, oh my goodness." And I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "A hearse came by and there was only one car behind it." She said, "When I go, I want there to be a long line of cars coming behind the hearse because of the impact when I go, that people will come out and celebrate that I have left here, that the cemetery will be filled with people because of the quality of my life." And I do believe that we are here to live a life that will outlive us, to leave a legacy. And so as we look at ourselves, look at our goals and dreams, my goal every day, and I can share this with you based upon my own experience. People have goals and dreams and have a sense of purpose in living a life of meaning and significance, live longer than people who have nothing to wake up in the morning for. The people who have goals and dreams don't need an alarm clock to get up. They get up automatically. And so it gives momentum to your life. It keeps you younger. It allows you to have a sense of fulfillment and joy. And so I love that. I have 10 kids. The Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply," and I took him seriously. I have 15 grandchildren and 4 great-grandsons. And so every day I look forward to getting up, spending time with them, my friends, and working on goals and dreams of helping people to live their dreams and leave a legacy, because that gives my life joy and it gives me energy and it keeps me young.